This is literally, I honestly think this is my calling. There's so much that influences you in your 20s. Like, you get influenced by a million different people with a million different things. And yeah, I just have a lot to teach you girls because firstly, I felt like I got the worst advice always when I was growing up. I felt like I got the worst dating advice. I got the worst career advice. Like, people just honestly gave me terrible advice. So this is honestly why I have my channel, because I have learned things the hard way and made a lot of mistakes and honestly tried a bunch of things and discovered what actually works and what actually matters. And yeah, so I have a big message, which is just, you can, of course, guys, like, you can find a rich man to pay all your bills if that's all you want to do. You can do it. It's extremely possible. And this is always what triggered me in the past, is people said, like, you can't do that, it's irresponsible, it's not going to work out, like, you need to be an adult. And like, they were wrong. Because they were wrong. It's the wrong argument. Like, you can absolutely have a man that pays all your bills, but it's just not the most fun version of your life. And I want more for you guys than that. Like, I did it. I didn't work for 6 whole months. I did absolutely nothing. I literally just had everything taken care of, like traveling, shopping, whatever I wanted. And I was never more depressed. And it's not because there was anything wrong with my boyfriend. Like, he was so handsome, so young, like, so kind, like the perfect dream man. But that's the thing, is especially if you're someone with a lot of energy, and especially if you're someone like, girls, like, you're not stupid, okay? This I'm just a girl trend is so funny and cute, but no, you are not just a girl. You are a powerful woman. You're a powerful woman. You just need to give yourself permission to be. And I think that's honestly what I'm going to be encouraging more than anything else, because like, you guys don't even know your own power. You don't even know your own power. And yes, I will always be your go-to dating coach. Always. Oh, thank you guys so much. But I'm also going to be your give you some big sister real talk, and just like give you permission to also make things happen for yourself in your life, because honestly, that's the most fun. That's honestly the most fun. Like, why wouldn't you want to have... Oh, you know, the reason I never wanted to work was because I hated work. Like, I was doing such a difficult degree, and like, the colleagues and anyone I would have worked with, the whole thing was very depressing for me. And that's why I wanted a rich guy, because I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do this. It's horrible and not fun, and I don't want to live this life. But guess what? Your life is going to still be horrible and boring if you have nothing to do that you like. Like, the solution, if you're overstressed, overworked, burnt out, the solution is not nothing, guys. The solution is not nothing. If you're burnt out, and I was burnt out. I was so burnt out. If you're burnt out, the solution is not nothing, girls. The opposite of burnout is not doing nothing. The opposite of being burnt out is being like inspired and being creative and doing things that give you energy. Like, the opposite of being energy drained is not just being neutral. It's being full of energy and full of life and like, you know, just feeling so good. Like, waking up every day being like, wow, I'm so excited to do the things I get to do today. This has got to be your attitude. This has genuinely got to be your attitude. Yeah, and like, you know what? It's honestly super scary, of course. But girls, like, you need to put yourself first, and you need to do things that inspire you and things that matter to you. And who cares what anyone else thinks? Like, honestly, who cares what anybody else has to say? Because at the end of the day, you are the one that has to live your life. And are you really going to let other people's opinions like dictate what you do in a day? Surely not. Surely not. Surely you're not going to wake up every day and continue living a life you hate just because of what other people say. Like, surely you're not going to do this, girl. Like, surely not. Surely not. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about financial independence and money in relationships, because I would never date a man that didn't spoil me. Like, I would never. Girl, please tell me you got him back. Oh my god, you guys are so sweet. I'm gonna go visit him this weekend, but we're still broken up. We're just besties now. So I'm gonna go visit him this weekend, say goodbye, and then I'm on my one-way flight back to Cape Town. Oh, I hate when this happens. Girls, no! Sorry. Perfect. No. We are not back together, guys. We are firmly broken up. And I told my friend we broke up, and she literally started crying. She was like, I'm so upset that you guys broke up. She was like, no, I'm so upset. You guys were so cute together. I'm just so upset you broke up. Guys, like, no, not every breakup is a depressing bad thing. I'm not kidding you. It's actually been good for our relationship. I don't know how to explain this. Like, we are working better as friends than we did as boyfriend, girlfriend. Good, you're both mature enough not to talk bad about each other after that. I hate that. You know what? Sometimes it's justified to speak badly about your ex-boyfriend. Like, sometimes he was a narcissist, sometimes he was toxic, sometimes it's justified to speak badly about the other person. But in my case, it's not justified at all. I cannot say one single bad thing about him. He's literally the most perfect, kindest, generous, like, he's an amazing, amazing guy. And I will never have anything bad to say about him, honestly. I, like, learned so much from him. Like, from dating him, he helped me start my own business. He helped me, like, set up my social media. He helped me so much with my own life. And he inspired me in a lot of ways. He's also, like, my number one supporter now. Just like I'm his number one supporter. So, girls, like, a breakup is not... It's not like your life ends just because your relationship ends. Like, you have a life outside of your relationship. And if you don't have a life outside of your relationship, that's the problem. Like, that's the issue. Because girls, like, please tell me you don't think a man sits at home and, like, daydreams about his wedding and daydreams about his future family. Men don't do this. Women do this. And, like, for us, it's, like, such a huge part of our life, like the relationship and the wedding and the marriage. Like, we are the ones that romanticize this. Men do not romanticize it the same way at all. Like, they romanticize, like, hustling and grinding and, like, starting their own business. That's what they romanticize and daydream about. Like, you know, like, getting so rich and stuff like that. So, you know what? Like, this is honestly what I feel like the girls should start daydreaming about too. No, we don't. Boys, okay, men, tell me what you do dream about then. Do you dream about your wedding? If you dream about your wedding, I think that's adorable. I would love to hear if you dream about your wedding. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that. Okay. Yeah, but girls, like, honestly, you know what? It doesn't matter how bad your relationship is, you should still never speak badly about your ex in public, because people will really reflect that. Like, it says a lot about you, the person that you dated, and the treatment that you accepted. And if after a relationship you come out and you talk trash about the other person and you complain about them and, like, how much they abused you and how badly they treated you, you look like the idiot. Like, you look like the loser that accepted someone treating you this way. It's not like you win the breakup by talking badly about them. You just lose. You just make yourself look bad, you make yourself look weak, and you show other people that you don't really have high standards. That's the only thing that you achieve by talking badly about your ex-boyfriend. Also about an ex-friend. Honestly, if someone does you dirty and, like, crosses you, cut them out. Cut them out. But you don't win anything by gossiping about them and by, like, making a whole drama. You actually don't win anything from it. Hey girl, sorry I missed a few of your lives. Are you single now? I am single, guys. I'm single. But I'm single and actually better. I'm single and better. I think because this has really been, like, a good push for me just to put myself first and actually start doing things for myself and getting my own life together in a way that really feels good and it's, like, really exciting. So yeah, I'm taking a break from dating. I'm taking a full break from dating. I actually don't want to go on any dates for at least 6 months. Like, at least 6 months, I just want to be Miss Single Girl and work on myself. And then we will see what happens after that. I don't ask for much, just for love, support, and respect. Okay. I think about having a good family and being successful. That is so beautiful. I love that for you guys. I love that for you guys. I love that for you guys. Okay, so I do have some guides from the group I'm going to read to you girls. So I just posted one about marriage. So let's have a little talk about that one. And I had a really interesting call with my friend last night. And she is Russian and she is just so absolutely badass. I love her. She's so cool and she's so powerful. She's, like, such a powerful woman. And I just love talking to her because every time we talk, like, we both just feel so inspired and we just push each other in, like, a really girl power way. So that's, like, so, yeah, you guys, you need friends like that, by the way. You need friends that you respect. Honestly, I think this should be the base requirement for anyone you let into your life. Like, do you respect them? If you don't respect the person, don't hang out with them. Okay, and honestly, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters first. Like, your first filter should be respect, because if you don't respect people, like, you will never see them as equals and you will never have a real relationship. So if you don't respect someone, don't be close friends with them. If you don't want to be like someone, don't be close friends with them. Like, you become your closest friends. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So do not hang around, listen to, talk to people that are not on their way somewhere where you also want to be, because you will become a loser if you hang out with losers. It's just a fact. Okay. Okay. The marriage mindset. Make him see you as wife material. Act like a woman, not a girl. Guys, this is a really big one. Act like a woman, not a girl. I know that I'm just a girl trend is so funny. And I know a lot of content creators tell you to like act helpless to get a man to do things for you. But honestly, like, you're not helpless, and it's really not empowering to behave this way. So it's not like you have this energy of like, I do it all myself and I don't need any help from a man. But don't make yourself weak and small and smaller than you actually are, because you are not small like that. Like, and this is a mistake I made in my last relationships, because I actually thought you needed to like step back a bit and like, you know, like let a man help you, and like let a man lead and things like this. And yes, kind of you should, but not totally. Like, you still need to have autonomy and agency and like have stuff happening in your own life, like your own plans for your future. Don't just start dating and then adopt whatever his plan is, because it's probably not what you want. Like, it's probably not what he wants. So okay, so some mindset rules for you girls. Marriage isn't about convincing him, it's about being the woman he can't imagine living without. Show him a life with you is better than a life without you. And don't try and fake this. Marriage is not the goal of your life. Girls, marriage is not the goal of your life. Don't try and fake this. Don't try and act like someone you're not, and act like you have values that you don't, and act like you like doing things that you don't like doing to get a man, because what's the reward? You just get to keep doing these things you don't like, or act like someone that you're not. So don't do that. Don't do that. You need to stay the main character in your story and make things happen for yourself too. Okay, from Marley. Do you recommend choosing a partner based on heart or head, i.e. for love or for a good future? Ooh, you know what? I think instead of saying heart or head, I would say compatibility and chemistry. So I think the heart is like chemistry, because it's just like, it's electric, it's exciting, you want to touch them, you like being around them, like there's a nice click. This is the chemistry. But then the compatibility part is like the logical part. And I actually think you need to first filter by compatibility before you judge chemistry, because you can have great chemistry with a lot of people. Like, just because you have good chemistry for someone doesn't mean it will be a good long-term relationship. Like, you can have really good, like great conversation, great like sexual chemistry, like very attracted to one another, but have completely different values in life and completely different expectations for lifestyle and like different places you want to live, and then it's just not going to work out. So I think careful of leading with chemistry, because then it is just your hormones in charge, and you do actually need to have your brain in charge. But I wouldn't say love or a good future. I would say like chemistry and compatibility. So first judge compatibility. Do you share the same culture? Do you share the same basic values? Do you have same expectations for lifestyle? Do you have the same understanding of relationship dynamics? Like this basic stuff first. And I think a really big one, like, do you want to live in the same country one day? Because guys, this is a mistake I've also made. Do you want to live in the same country one day? Do you have the same end goal? Like, is all the practical stuff aligned? Do you speak the same language? Like basic things like this. And then we judge for chemistry of like, you know, like, do they excite you? Are you interested in them? Do you find them inspiring? Like, do you like there's just like chemistry, you know, guys, you know what chemistry is when it's there. So I think the worst, most toxic relationships is when there's full chemistry, but zero compatibility. And like two people just cannot stay away from each other, but they are so bad for each other and nothing works. Like, this is honestly disaster relationship. No. Girls, like, you are a grown woman now. First judge by compatibility, then chemistry, because you can have chemistry with a lot of people and you're not compatible with a lot of people. So this is my answer for this question. This is my answer for this question. Sometimes values change. That's true. People change, values change. Like, remember, the person you meet is not the same person they'll be 2 years from now, just like you also have growth. So I would also say it's really important that you find people that are growing in the same direction as you, because that's really important. And guys, it doesn't only go for romantic relationship, it goes for friendships, everything. Like, you need to be growing in the same direction, which is why you need to have the same end goals. And this is also why I think the older you get, the smarter you, like the more you are able to make this decision. You know, if I had married the man I was dating when I was 22, would have been a disaster life for me, because I did not know anything about what I actually wanted. And again, like, the man that I met at 24, like, was a hell of a lot better than the first one, but still some basic things that I didn't know I needed to be screening for, which I now know. Which, guys, which is like compatibility, please check for compatibility first, because if you only judge by chemistry, your brain gets so scrambled if you only judge by chemistry. So, how did you learn to be soft with strong boundaries? See, I really love this. I think because I used to be too soft. I used to be all soft, all empathetic, all kind, and then you get abused, used, manipulated, and then, you know, I became bulletproof basically after like going through that. And this is the thing why it is a joke that it's a canon event for all girls. Like, you date a narcissist, and if you do date a narcissist, whatever, if you make it through to the end and you break up with them, you'll be so strong and you'll never tolerate anything ever again. So I actually maybe became a little bit too strong after that, and I was maybe a little bit too strong in my current relationship, you know, like a little bit too harsh. Which is why I've changed the whole branding of my page a little bit, because, guys, like, don't lose the softness. You actually, it doesn't feel good to be mean. It doesn't feel good to manipulate someone else. It doesn't feel good to, and it's not because I was doing any of these things on purpose, but when you, like, if you stoop down to someone else's level, and even if it's because you're trying to protect yourself, it just doesn't feel good. Like, you need to go to sleep thinking, I'm a good person. I like the way I'm acting. Like, I like the way I treat people. If people treated me the way I treat them, I'd be happy. Like, you need to also be a good person. Okay. And this is something I don't like. I think I see a lot of like really entitled content, and it's not like, men and women are not, like, we are all on the same team, guys. We all want the same thing. We are not enemies. So don't make it like an enemy. Again, like, your boyfriend is not your enemy. You guys are on the same team. You want the same things. He wants to make you happy. So help him make you happy. Don't like nag and bitch and complain. This is not going to work. You guys are on the same team. Okay. Okay. So, I've been single for 3 years. I don't even go on dates anymore because no one wants something serious. No, girl, that's not true. There's so many people looking for something serious. There are so many people looking for something serious. And again, guys, like, what you speak into existence becomes the truth. So if maybe your past experiences have been that no one's looking for something serious, maybe you are, you know, like, presenting yourself wrong online. Maybe the way that you conduct yourself in dates is like giving the wrong message. Maybe you are selecting the wrong people to go on dates with. You know, maybe you're not in the right circles of people. Because there are a lot of men that really want love and marriage and to settle down and to take care of a woman, but they're not just like you're not randomly gonna find them at a random bar. Like, you need to be in the right circles and in the right environments. And yeah, like, if you don't like any of the people that you're meeting, then you need to change something. You know, like, we normally, like, if you don't like what's happening in your social life at the moment, like, go and change it. It's not gonna just magically change from one day to the next. And dating apps are a good place to start, but I always think real life is better. Okay, what's the question here? What's an example of a guy being manipulative or controlling? Oh my god, so I can give you a million examples. So a really good example of a guy being manipulative or controlling, and I'm saying this because I've seen this dynamic happen often, where the girlfriend is early 20s, the boyfriend is late 20s, and he constantly shames her and is like, you're acting so young and stupid, and like, why do you want to do these things, and you're so immature, and, you know, I expect more from a woman I'm dating. This is extremely manipulative and controlling. And a guy that's like 27, 28, 29 will speak this way to a girl that's 21, 22, 23. And she is young. Like, she is allowed to act young. And he will shame her constantly for her age and for doing things that are age appropriate. Like, this is incredibly manipulative. And it happens to so many women. Like, it happens to so many women. So this is, I think, a huge example. So... oh, advice for someone who doesn't have friends to go out with. I don't know where to meet someone. Girl, like, if you want friends, then you start by being a friend. Like, if you want more friends in your life, you need to be the one that is like someone that's just an awesome friend. And you know, you need to learn how to make friends with strangers. You need to learn how to go up to someone in public, like where it's both doing an activity that you like, and strike up a conversation with them. You know, compliment them, Start talking to them. Guys, like, you need to just put yourself out there. And it sounds so scary, but it's not that scary. Like, you literally just have to be, hey girl, hey. You just have to fully put yourself out there. And like, the friends I have now, like the friends I have that I really love and respect and value, like I got those friends by being a friend first. Like, I didn't know them well, and I just was really kind and genuine and like helped them with something that I could help them with. I helped them with, and didn't expect anything back. And then like a friendship grows. So a friendship grows. Girls, like, friendships do. Yeah, if you want more friends, like, be a friend. Honestly, if you want more friends, just be a nice person and be a good friend. And like, again, put yourself out there. Be confident. I have no issue. If there's someone that I think looks, like, if there's someone I want to be friends with, I'll just go up to her and be like, oh my god, you look so awesome. Let's be friends. And like, guys, like, whatever. It's just not that deep. It's just not that deep. Honestly, just embrace the cringe, embrace the awkward. That's how it goes. Like, we're not in high school anymore. So if you want to make friends, you actually have to, like, you have to try. Okay. So this is what I would do. And like, girls, like, honestly, Pilates is, I think, the best place to make girlfriends. Pilates studios, yoga studios, there's so many amazing women that hang out in these spaces. And normally these spaces have like a nice lounge area where you can sit, bring a book, bring some tea. I don't know, it's like, don't arrive at the class and then immediately rush home. Hang around for a while and like chat to people. Oh my god, thanks guys, you are so sweet. You are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Okay. By the way, shout out, the group is still on special. It's the last chance. This is the last week you guys can get a free trial and only join for $22 a month or $8 a month if you sign up for the yearly option, which is for real, seriously, unbelievably slay value, because I'm putting so much stuff on there for you guys. Okay, in your course, can we do the section? I don't know if it's called Transform or Glow Up, please. Yeah, we can. Okay, let's go to one of the courses. So there's Glow Up Part 1 and Glow Up Part 2. Do you want the mindset and workouts, or do you want beauty products and hair care? Which one do you guys want? Do you want like workouts, mindset, all that stuff, or do you want beauty products, self-care, skincare, hair care? I broke it down into 2. So, which one do you guys want? Which one do you want? I'll do mindset, okay. Let's do the mindset one. Girls, like, your mindset is everything. Honestly, can I teach you something? Can I teach you something that's really gonna spook you? And it's so true. If you are right now bored, depressed, like unhappy with your life, waking up in a bad mood, walking around being like, oh, I don't like this, like, oh, if only this was different, if only I had this, this, or this. Can I tell you something? You are the one creating that feeling of scarcity, of loneliness, of like, you are the one creating this horrible feeling. And it's so uncomfy, like, it's so uncomfy to admit to yourself, but if you feel awful, if you are depressed, if you are anxious, you are the one making yourself feel this way. And like, yes, I know bad things happen in your life, and yes, I know you go through trauma. Like, I'm not shaming you for that. Like, be kind to yourself. Maybe you feel this way because you are suppressing so many things, and like, you're numbing yourself because you are just so terrified and afraid, and you've made yourself feel so much shame and guilt that you cannot even like just be present. And guys, shame and guilt is the lowest of the lowest of the lowest. Like, there is no lower frequency you can vibrate at than shame and guilt, which is gonna blow your mind. Like, it's more empowering to be angry than it is to be shameful and guilty. There's more energy in you if you are jealous and angry than if you are feeling shamed and guilty. That's how low it makes you feel. So girls, like, if you are feeling some kind of imposter syndrome, if you don't like yourself, like, you need to get over this, because it's holding you back in every part of your life. And guys, like, I have done this too. I also like hate myself sometimes, and I'm like, oh, like, why am I so stupid? Like, why can't I stick to my habits? Why do I make these choices? Like, why do I do this stuff? Why do I act this way? Or like, why I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not like confident enough. I also have this stuff, and guys, like, there's nothing that makes you feel worse. And yeah, you know what? Honestly, the first step to getting over shame and guilt is just to start accepting yourself. Like, just chill. Just chill for a sec. Like, just chill for a sec. Inside you is a little girl, okay? Inside you is a little girl, or a little boy if you're a man watching. You need to parent yourself, and gentle parent. Like, how would you how would you talk to yourself like if you were a little kid? And guys, like this helps a lot, because let's say you're in a really bad mood and like you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to brush your teeth, you don't want to take a shower, you don't want to go to work, like all you want to do is lay in bed and do nothing and just like rot for the day. That's the little kid inside you, okay? That's the little kid inside you. And don't like hate on the kid and say like, how dare you just want to lie here? Like obviously you just want to lie there. It's so comfy and warm and snuggly and like you don't have to do anything. But you need to gentle parent yourself and say like, hey girl, like it's not that deep. Like let's just get up, let's just go brush our teeth, like shower, let's just get started with the day, you know, like let's just, come on girl, like you can do this. You need to gentle parent yourself. And if you are feeling, and guys, like I'm a severe procrastinator, okay? I'm like a severe procrastinator. I'm queen of doing things night before, last minute, morning of even. And you know where procrastination often comes from is like, well, it has to be perfect, otherwise I'm not doing it. And like you don't start things because you have such insane expectations of yourself. So can you also just release some of those expectations, okay? Like you need to suck at things before you get good at them. Like you need to be bad at things for a long time before you get good at them. You don't like do something and then instantly you are the master of it. Honestly, like with anything you do in this life, you need to suck before you get better. And like you're not so special that you can do something one time and like master it instantly. We are all just human, okay? And you just have to do it again and again and again until you get a little bit better, okay? And I think this has really helped me a lot. Instead of expecting myself to do something so good, I'm like, okay girl, just do it, and like whatever level you get it done at, next time let's try and do it a little better. And this will help you so much with your workouts, with your own projects, with like, honestly, even the way you look. If you wake up in the morning and you're like, I have to look perfect. And guys, this has been me for a long time. This has been me. And it's extremely exhausting to always have to look so perfect. Like you are putting so much pressure on yourself. And girls, like perfect is not, if you ever see someone like describing something that they love, if you go and describe like your favorite meal or your favorite day, you're not going to use the words perfect. You're going to use like, oh, it was so relaxing, it was so warm, it was so comforting, like it was so beautiful, you're going to use a lot of words. You're not going to use the word perfect, because the word perfect is like a robot, okay? You're not a robot. Perfect is like a machine is perfect. Like, no. No. Okay, so let's get started. Inner beauty. Learn to look after yourself. You think you need to be perfect before you can feel beautiful, but it's the opposite. You must feel beautiful before you will look beautiful. We all have flaws, insecurities, and imposter syndrome. Stop beating yourself up. Social media distorts our perception of reality. Nobody really looks like they do online. Girls, like, nobody looks like they do online. Can you just, nobody looks like they do online, okay? Can you just sink it in? Like, guys, like I have a light on, like I have a ring light on, like everybody is using amazing lighting, like filters, whatever they're doing, nobody looks like they do online. So stop beating yourself up. Also, when you see those people take like aesthetic content, they are taking aesthetic content in one corner of the room. Like there was so much work put into getting this aesthetic content. Can you guys just like, social media, it's like a TV show, okay? When you watch reality TV or a movie, you don't go, oh, this is all real. Like, you know it's been staged. So please understand, social media is also staged. Even the really realistic stuff, like even like the cutesy couple things and the pranks and like day in my life, it's still staged. Like there is still some like performance aspect coming on. Like me, when I'm on camera, I even feel like I have a different persona. Like I don't know who, someone else takes over, but I don't, like you need to just, I don't know guys, like just accept the world is a stage and you need to a little bit show up like an actor on stage and just like put yourself out there, and you don't need to know everything. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's keep reading. It's hard. We all compare ourselves to the impossibly perfect, gorgeous, effortless woman with curated feeds. But you glow differently when you love yourself into evolution rather than shaming yourself into change. Girls, like this is the biggest one to release shame and guilt. Love yourself into evolution instead of shaming yourself into change. Like don't wake up and say like, oh, I suck, I'm so stupid, I've skipped the whole gym, I'm so fat, I need to lose weight, like I have to go to the gym. This is horrible. This is completely horrible. I don't want to be inside your brain if that's how you talk. Like, can you not wake up and say like, oh my God, oh, like I'm so excited, I'm gonna have such a good day, like put on your little workout set, I don't care, like put on your music, get pumped, drink your pre-workout, and then like be excited, be like, I'm so excited, I get to move my body, I get to feel good. Oh, okay. And lately I've actually been going to the gym like looking like a boy. I have worn a headband and a hoodie, and like if you guys know me, I never go to the gym in the hoodie. I always go in a really cute little outfit. But honestly, I've said enough. I am here to move my body and work out, and I don't want anybody looking at me. I just want to have the best day and the best workout. And today I went in like the ugliest green hoodie. Literally, I looked awful. I looked completely hideous at the gym today, but I just didn't care. I just did not care. It's like not my problem. I don't care. If I look bad, honestly, that's my own business. I'm there to exercise. And again, this is because I'm not actively dating, and like honestly, if I was single and actively dating, I would make an effort and like make myself attractive so people will come up to me. But that's not the headspace I'm in right now. I do not want anybody to talk to me. So at the gym, I'd like put on my big ugly green hoodie and my green leggings, and like I did a badass workout. It was so good. And I was sprinting on the treadmill at the end, and then this really cute old man came up to me. And he was like, wow, like, you run good. You're strong. I was like, thank you. And the other nice thing is that if you are not wearing, like, if I'd been wearing, like, a little sports bra, like the clothes I normally wear, whenever someone comes up to me, I'm immediately like, leave me alone. Don't hit on me. But because I was wearing a big hoodie and this man came up to talk to me, like, I already felt like pretty protected. I don't feel like I need to hide myself. So I was much more open to just, like, being friendly. And it was such a friendly interaction. So yeah, girls, like, you know what? This is something I'm really releasing myself from. I've felt this pressure to look absolutely perfect, flawless every time I step out the door. Like, everything must be coordinated, hair done, makeup done. Like, I have felt so much pressure to show up looking amazing everywhere I go. Okay, girls, I need to jump off. I have a little private call. So, I'm going to get back on here later, but I have a one-on-one call now. I love you guys so much. Okay, bye-bye.